This is Skip with the Widescreen Gaming Forum, and this is episode 22 of our PC Gaming Buyer's Guide covering the first and second weeks of November 2016. First up, we have Zombie Vikings. It's a side-scrolling action platformer with both competitive and co-op multiplayer modes. It was developed by Zoink Games and released in December 2015. Gets gold for widescreen, ultra-wide, and 4K Ultra HD, and silver for Multimon. The game offers native horizontal plus gameplay in all modes, and the only blemish is the spanned HUD in Multimon. It's available for $12 on Steam, where it has mostly positive reviews, and it's often on sale for $6. Based on the review, the game seems to be fun, but possibly repetitive. There are also issues with corrupt saves, and I can't find any evidence of a patch for this is fixed. It appears to be a fun game, especially with friends. Given the possibility of the corrupted saves and the time lost, it's probably best to wait till it's on sale. Here second we have Evolva. It's a sci-fi third-person action shooter. It was developed by Computer Artworks Limited and released way back in June of 2000. It gets silver for widescreen and limited support for ultra-wide and Multimon. Widescreen requires a registry edit, but resolutions higher than 2046 pixels in either the horizontal or vertical directions require the DG Voodoo 2 wrapper. There are camera issues for both Multimon and ultrawide, which are outlined in the detailed report, with Multimon having the most severe issues. The game runs $6 on GOG and has 4 of 5 stars. It's recommended for widescreen and ultrawide, but it's not recommended in Multimon due to the excessive camera issues. Next up is This War of Mine. It's a unique title. It's a 2D war simulation set in a single building during a civil war. The goal of the game is to survive a set amount of days, controlling a single group of survivors. It was developed by 11-bit Studios and released in November of 2014. It gets gold for widescreen and 4K Ultra HD. It has limited support for ultra-wide and Multimon. Both ultra-wide and Multimon need a hex edit for proper support, but once that's applied, the game runs really well. It's available on Steam for $20 with overwhelmingly positive reviews. There are also 2 pieces of DLC for $5 each, and the game frequently goes on sale for $4. We recommend this game for all display types, even considering the hex edit that may be needed. Here we have Moto Racer 4. It's an arcade-style racing sim focusing on bikes. It was developed by Artifact Studios and released just recently in November 2016. The game gets gold for widescreen and 4K Ultra HD and silver for ultra-wide. Multimon is unsupported. First-person gameplay is Vert Plus and widescreen, with the career map and third-person cameras being horizontal plus. With ultra-wide, first-person is Vert minus, but third-person views are both horizontal plus and vertical plus. In Multimon, the gameplay is massively vertical minus, and the game image is rendered upside down, though the HUD renders properly. The game is available on Steam for $30 with mixed reviews. Given the new release status, it hasn't gone on sale yet. With the mixed reviews and lack of support, we can't recommend this title. If you're a huge fan of the genre and play on a single screen, it'll be a roll of the dice on whether you like it, but I'd wait for a sale. And it is totally unrecommended for Multimon. Next up is Virginia. It's a first-person interactive drama. It was developed by Variable State and released in September 2016. Gets gold for widescreen, ultra-wide, and 4K Ultra HD. Gets silver for Multimon. The game is anamorphic on single screens with a 21:9 aspect ratio. This means that it will be letterboxed still on a 16:9, but will properly fill the screen on an ultra-wide. I think this is the first time that we've seen this actual behavior. The game is pillar boxed in Multimon. There are issues with the menus and mouse prompts, but these can be fixed with a registry edit. And the game is available on Steam for $10, but seems to go on sale during the seasonal time frames for $6. Overall, the game has mixed reviews with 68% positive responses, but recently it's crossed the threshold into mostly positive with a 70% positive response rate. Even with the less than stellar reviews, we'd recommend this title. Though it's on the positivity cusp, the professional reviews have been good, and it has native support through 21:9, and Multimon is an easy fix. We're all for supporting indie developers, and we think this is a great opportunity to do so. Next up is Silver Bullet Prometheus. It's a tops-down action RPG with stealth aspects developed by BioBrom and released in April 2016. Gets gold for widescreen and 4K Ultra HD, and silver for ultra-wide, and Multimon has limited support. It has issues with the HUD and menu in ultra-wide and Multimon. It's ugly but playable in ultra-wide, but becomes unplayable in Multimon. A hex edit will correct the issues in ultra-wide. It's available on Steam for $5 with mixed reviews, but often goes on sale for $2. It's not a game we'd recommend, even with the low price. There are games at this same price point with either better display support and/or better reviews. Here we have Stardew Valley. It's an RPG with agricultural sim elements in the vein of Harvest Moon with 16-bit graphics. Gets gold for widescreen, ultra-wide, and Multimon. The game is natively horizontal plus in all configurations. The only issue is that the menus scale with the display width and get big in Multimon and are spanned. The game is available on Steam for $15 and has overwhelmingly positive reviews. And when I say overwhelmingly, we're talking 97-98% positive reviews. The game goes on sale during the major seasons for only $10. We highly recommend this title. Even if it's something you haven't thought about previously, it's worth checking out at its $15 price point, and especially on sale for $10. Here we have Batman Arkham Origins Blackgate. It's a 2.5D action-adventure beat-em-up adapted from a mobile title of the same name. It was developed by Armature Studio and released in April of 2014. It gets gold for widescreen and 4K Ultra HD and limited for ultra-wide and Multimon. It needs a hex edit for both ultra-wide and Multimon, which after that's applied, you get horizontal plus support. The game runs $20 on Steam with mixed reviews, but it frequently goes on sale for $5. We really can't recommend this game given the low reviews and the lack of support, but if you want to pick it up for the full Batman experience with this trilogy and series of titles, at least wait for it to go on sale. Here we have Absolute Drift. It's a stylized racing simulation title. It was developed by Fun Selector Labs and released in July 2015. It gets gold in all display types across the board. It has perfect support with field of view adjustments in the main menu. It's available on Steam for $12 with very positive reviews, and it often goes on sale for between $8 and $6. We fully recommend this title. Finally, we have Dishonored 2. It's a stealth first-person action-adventure title. It was developed by Arcane Studios and released in November of 2016. It gets gold certification for widescreen and 4K Ultra HD, and silver for ultra-wide and Multimon. The major issue in ultra-wide and Multimon is a culling issue where props pop into view as you move closer. It's more noticeable in Multimon than it is with ultra-wide. It's available on Steam for $60 with mixed reviews. By contrast, the professional reviews claim it's near perfection, but these are probably attributed to the console versions. Most negative reviews on Steam deal with the poor PC performance and a poorly optimized PC port. The game will probably drop in price during the big seasonal sales. Even with that, we can't recommend Dishonored 2 until the technical issues are resolved and it runs well on the PC.